Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you a classic Caribbean breakfast. And I say classic because I'm going to use callaloo, plantain, boiled dumplings, and for additional protein, I'm going to throw in a chickpea scramble. And I've seen chickpea scramble made in different ways, but I feel like this way that I make it keeps the chickpeas together and it doesn't break apart and just turns into a soft, sloppy mess. So I'm going to share that with you today. And the best thing about this is that this dish is vegan, it's gluten-free, it's oil-free, and it is delicious. So if you want to see how I make this, keep watching. Also, if you're brand new to this channel, do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell at the end of the video if you like this video, and also give me a thumbs up because it would really help my channel to grow. And now we're officially over 100 subscribers, so thank you for subscribing. Those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're still undecided, maybe at the end of this video you will still be undecided, or you will decide to subscribe. Whichever way, enjoy the video. I am making the chickpea scramble first, and to a saucepan I'm going to add some tomato, onion, garlic, pepper and a bit of cumin, and I'm going to allow these to saute in a little bit of water with some salt, smoked paprika and turmeric. And I'll pop this onto a cooker for a couple of minutes, and while that is infusing together, I'm going to start with making the chickpea mix. So I'm using chickpea flour for this, and I didn't have any nutritional yeast in my house, but if you do have nutritional yeast, add it at this point for added flavor. And I added the water to the flour gradually to prevent the flour from forming any lumps. So here we have the sauteed vegetables with a little bit of chili powder, and I'm going to go in and add the chickpea mix to the saucepan and mix it until the liquid reduces from the mix. And as the liquid reduces, you will see that the mixture will thicken, and once it's thicken, I am going to turn off the cooker and transfer the mixture into a baking tray, a baking pan. And this is going to just stay in the baking pan until it cools. And once it was cool, I popped it into the freezer for probably about 15 minutes, just so that it can firm up a little bit more, so that it's easier when it's time to crumble it later on. It's time to prep the plantain, and I love picking up these double ones, hoping that the guy will only charge me for one, but he always charges me for two. Let me know, do you ever try that, hoping you can get 2 for 1 with your plantains? I'm just going to slice the plantains diagonally and then transfer them to a parchment lined baking tray. I am adding some cinnamon to the plantains because these plantains are oil free and they taste amazing with the cinnamon on top. And I'm just flipping them over and adding cinnamon to the other side, and then I'll pop them into the oven, allow them to cook for 15 minutes, and then I'll take them out and flip them over and pop them back in to cook for a further 10 minutes. These are the vegetables I'm going to use for the callaloo, and some herbs to season. So I've got some thyme, a bit of salt, peppers, onion, garlic. A full list of everything that I'm using in this video will be available in the description box, and a printable version will be on my website as well. So I started off by adding my onion, garlic and tomato to the pot, and then my seasoning, I'm using salt, chili and a bit of thyme. You can add whatever seasoning you want at this point, and allow those to cook for a couple of minutes before adding in the bell peppers, because I like my peppers to have a little bit more crunch to them. And if you need more water to saute the vegetables, do that. And the last thing I'm going to add to this dish is the callaloo. I'm using callaloo from the tin, so it is already cooked. But if you're using fresh callaloo, you'll add it in earlier on. But because the callaloo is already cooked and I didn't want it to turn into mush, basically, I added it probably about 5 minutes before turning off the cooker. And this smelled amazing and it tastes amazing as well. The final thing that I'm going to make is the dumplings, and to a bowl I've just added 1 cup of buckwheat flour and a 1/3 cup of cornmeal and a bit of sea salt, and I'm going to mix the dry ingredients together, then add some water gradually until this forms into a dough. Then I'm going to knead it together and then make my little dumplings. When making your dough, just remember to add the water gradually, because you can add water to the mixture but you can't take the water away. So it's important that you keep adding water gradually and just pressing the mixture together. You will need less water than you might think, so it's important to just add the water gradually. And once the dough is completely formed, as you can see here, I am just flattening the dumplings between my palms, and this is the finished dumpling, and I'll pop them into boiling water to boil for a few minutes. This is a chickpea scramble that we made at the beginning, and now I'm actually doing the scrambling part and popping it onto the baking tray with the plantains that have been in the oven for about 15 minutes now. And I'll put this scramble into bake for 10 minutes and it will come out nice and crispy. And at this point I will flip the plantains and pop everything back into the oven, and this is pretty much everything. This is the dish complete, and this was delicious. Please give this a go, and if you're vegan, if you're not vegan, if you're gluten-free, you will love this. And let me know if you do try it in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.